Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into the daily SPY. 106 million on the day, guys. We did actually popped 100 million. So we were 214 down, or 0.88% down. It wasn't like a bloodbath, but at one point it looked like we were going lower. We ended up catching the gap fill here. 240 even number, 50 MA, and then this thing started moving up. We had an intraday session today, live session. We were calling this out as this was coming. I did not take this, but I was telling people, hey, if you want to step up, if you've got some big you-know-whats, you could take this thing and try. But just remember, if we start to go lower, you got to stop out. And then I think 238 we had for the next level, somewhere in there. So, but this thing bounced up, and what a great bounce, guys. 240, almost a $2 bounce at the high, and then comes right back in and closes right at gap fill. Volume was good today, guys, so let's keep an eye on tomorrow. If we get more volume, we could possibly get more selling. But going into Friday, the weekend before the 4th of July, I don't know. It's really hard to say. But upward action, we know the 250, 253. Then we'll we'll look at it again if it goes up there and see what kind of a pattern it sets up to go higher. If it comes in, you got some gaps to fill, low pivot, gap fill down here, and then ultimately the 229.10 area, or wherever the 200 MA is, as it's curling up as time goes by. But yeah, some pretty good action today, intraday. So, and a lot of stocks got beat up, and just let's keep an eye on this tomorrow. Friday, haven't had a good sell-off in a while, but not to say it's going to, but just keep an eye on what's going on. If it stays complacent, then they'll just grind out the puts for the weekly action and make them worthless. You guys know the drill. IWM. So the IWM, what a great day, guys. This thing got plowed and then came back from the dead. It was pretty cool. We had a little fake print or a smoke signal popping up there, and then boom, right back to the 618 retrace. That's where it stopped, came back below the 50 MA. Right now it's okay. Had pretty good volume today, but we might get back into this area here, 142.36. But let's keep an eye on these markets tomorrow. We're up a little bit after hours, but tomorrow's session could be a completely different story. 10-minute though, nice action, guys, for some day trading and stuff like that. So let's go to the daily. Daily again, back above the MAs, good stance, up, sideways, back into the high zone. We still didn't close above again, so we got rejected, came right back in, and then they bounced it back up. So really good action today in the IWM, but they close it in a bullish stance. So right now it's looking okay still. You know, we're 8 cents up after hours, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. First step for the bears, you got to get below the MAs and then go from there. For the bulls, 145 then the 150 area. First, you got to get above the trend line, do a breakout, breakout move to the all-time high. So if it gets through there, keep an eye on that. Let's go to the Qs. So the Qs, guys, 243 down, or 1.74. It was a pretty, it was looking ugly there for a minute, and then we got the saving grace, volume lighten up, and boom, right back up. We had a great volume day, guys. Big, so not big selling, but some sellers came in today. What do we have? 88 million. Yep, 88 million traded, but this one is down after hours. So keep an eye on the Qs tomorrow, guys. Remember, bearish pattern. We talked about the retrace, came right back in, down, sideways, bearish again. We closed at the lows today. So let's keep an eye on this one to see what's going to happen, because we should see some more selling. We might hit this double bottom here at 135.93. It came really close today. Didn't make it though. Then we have a 618, 750. I still think we'll make it the gap fill at 132.68. So let's see if we can get more downside action. We close down in here, we'll most likely get to this gap fill. Maybe this one down here, and then the 200 MA. So upward action, it's got to break above the 20 again and the 50, get above the all-time high. And I'm thinking 145 to 150. So either way, 150 here, 127 there. So about the same. They're going down a little bit more. Well, no, it's about the same. Actually going down 50, 13, yeah, about the same, about 50-50 shots. So well, if we start breaking down, lower prices. If we actually get above the MAs and get above this pivot, then possible higher prices. So watch out for that price action on the Qs. Volume, though, pretty good today, guys. Down 243. A little bit ugly. Still at the highs, though. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, it pulled back 1%. What do we do? DIA, guys, what do we talk about? Got to stay above the 20, got to stay above this trend line. Boom, it came in pretty nice today. 0.76% or $1.63 on the day, but came right back in. It just having a little bit of trouble continuing higher. Still a great bullish pattern. It was above all the MAs, but still above the 50 and the 200. So still in a good stance. Still trying to make these highs. We talked about this 220, 225, and then the 230 area, the 231 area coming up with this upsloping trend line. Let's see it. Let's see if it starts going. You know, if it starts to slip, if you're more bearish, then you're looking to get below the 50 MA. And then, you know, you're just going to kind of stair step down. There's a lot of resistance, or a lot of support with the 50. You got some gaps to fill, gap to fill. So one day at a time with this, bearish, you need to start slipping and getting below the 50 and getting below this trend line. If you do that, then we'll talk if it's going to make it to the 200 moving average or somewhere down in this area. We got a couple gaps to fill and stuff, but right now, nothing wrong. Floating pretty nice. Volume came in again, though, just like yesterday. So let's keep an eye on this DIA. Let's look at the IYT. So the IYT, guys, stayed pretty buoyant today. Only 69 cents down, or 0.40%. Gosh, still bullish. I mean, it's trying to get above this high pivot and confirm and go. Great, you know, not the best bullish pattern, but it's slightly bullish. You're above the MAs. It's got to get going, though. If we get more follow through and it starts getting below these the 50 MA, this trend line, then I think it's coming in and it's going to come right down to this double bottom, guys. So up move, 175 to 180. Down move, you're probably looking at 157 down in this area. So up moves, you know, and it could overshoot on the upside. We all know that. Great bullish pattern. So let's see. Let's see if we can get above this pivot first, and then get above the all-time high, 173.88. And then we'll see if we go higher, 175 to 180. And then if this pattern fails, we start getting below the MAs. We'll probably kiss the 200, probably bounce there. If it doesn't do that, then we're going to 157. And then there's other areas to look at once we get down here, if and when we do, if we ever do. You know how the markets are. This one's still lagging, though, guys. Still have to make a run for the high. So let's see what happens with this one and the IWM. Those two have to be leading. So they're trying their hardest. This one was okay. This one was the strong horse today. It was only down 69 cents, like I said, or 0.40. So, all right, guys, if you like these videos, go to StockBookie.com, sign up for a free membership, go to YouTube, subscribe there. I think you get emails when we're posting stuff and all that good stuff. But again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I love making these videos for you. So hopefully I'm helping some of you guys out there learn how to use technical analysis. All right, guys, once again, thanks again for watching. God bless. See you on the charts.